everybody, Brett Cesari here. We're chilling in the local Tampa artist studio with Nick Ribera, aka Chain Assembly. With us as well, we're drinking some nice cold beers from Pinellas Ale Works.
Wanted to represent my neighborhood down in St.Pete.
Alright, so let's just get right into it. So I love Dapper Octopus. Big fan.
That's probably the best seller, well, aside from the hats I made. So that is funny story is my girlfriend at the time, wife now, said she wanted me to draw a handsome octopus. So I did this little doodle. She fell in love with it. So it originally started as a digital illustration. And because of that, this was I think probably early last year, I got into printmaking and watercolor.
What brought you to St. Pete?
So I grew up in Miami, went to art school in Miami. Then I moved to Nashville for a few years. Didn't really do much art while I was there. I was doing like a little bit of just making furniture around the house and stuff like that. I studied sculpture in college, but it wasn't until I came to St. Pete that I actually started getting back into art. And a big part of it is because the art community here is so welcoming, accessible. There's so many people that influence you and make you want to do more art that I just, kind of quickly got absorbed into it. And I love that it's such a robust scene that everybody knows everybody. So like I'll go to an event and I'll know most of the people there. And they're like, oh, what are you working on now? Like, oh, this is what I'm working on. It's so fun. It's just become like a great family that I like being a part of. I just love living in St. Pete so much because I can bike to the beach. For 15 minutes I'm at the beach on the east. 30 minutes I'm on the beach on the west. St. Pete just felt like I moved here at the perfect time and I wanted to be a big part of it. So that's why I have St. Pete written on so many things. That's why I made the St. Pete jigsaw puzzle. That's why I make Tampa Sucks stickers. Just because I like being a part of the energy and the vibe of St. Pete.
All right, your work, it has, as we can see, skulls. I know you also incorporate tentacles. You have some very sexy ladies.
Yeah.
What is your influence for this type of work?
Oh god, that's funny. I love sexy ladies. I love sexy men. I love sexy anything. A big part of it too is like they say a successful piece is something that drives emotion in the viewer. Titillation's an emotion. There's nothing wrong with appreciating someone's beautiful body. So I like to try and incorporate that in any way that I can. It just makes the piece more fun to work on, obviously, and more fun to look at once.
Yeah. St. Pete Skull, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And I like your Devil Woman.
Yeah.
So what is the story behind the Pooping Dogs coloring book?
So I made this Pooping Dogs coloring book because I've got 3 dogs. They all poop differently. And I love how when they poop, they give you this look of vulnerability. Like my dog, the old dog I've had the longest, she's very overprotective of me. So anytime I take her somewhere, she's always trying to keep she's part German Shepherd. She's always trying to keep a vicinity of me clear so that no other dogs come in and interrupt me or bug me. She always wants to protect me. But when she poops, she looks so vulnerable. And so I just want to commemorate that. So I did a drawing of it and I was showing it to a friend of mine. He's like, oh my god, I also have photos of my dogs pooping. Can you do one of theirs? And then I noticed all my friends who have dogs all have tons of photos of them pooping. So I figured, hey, let's see if I can get enough together for a coloring book.
Starting a new trend. I love it. In 2018, you then decided to expand the brand and start working with some other artists and helping promote the St. Pete art industry just in general. Where did your brand go from there?
So right now I have 2 other people working under that Chain Assembly label. That would be Just Throw Better, which is another disc golf design house, and my friend Asia Victorina, who I've met doing artists. She does adorable little illustrations of animals.
Decals.
Yeah. I want to bring more people in. I'm still kind of just building the logistics because, I'm basically running the entire website myself. I'm learning all the programming and the Shopify and all that stuff. So it's a very steep learning curve, plus I have a day job, so I can only kind of do it on the side. But I'm trying to build up that brand so it's known as its own entity so I can then benefit all the people who have stuff within it and then bring more people in.
Awesome. What was your favorite series to work on so far?
I started 3 series in the last month or so. One is like this one, where I've just been going through my older photos and then doing illustrations of people on top of the photos. I kind of like the idea of mixing the cartoonish person over an actual photographic piece. I also started doing just some illustrations of vixens from horror films. I've only got 2 illustrations so far, but I've got 3. I have Claire from Candyman, dressed up as
Awesome.
Candyman, covered in blood. I have Julie Strain. I'm a huge fan of B movies, and I love Julie Strain, so I got her. And then I also did an illustration of Trash from Return of the Living Dead. I just posted all of those on Instagram, I think, yesterday.
Awesome.
And then I'm also starting a new series of, again, these are all digital illustrations, of just random sexy women, but with skulls for heads.
Oh, I love Skull Woman too.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You
I
saw
love that one. Yeah, that one's really good.
There's no. Someone asked me if there's any meaning behind it. There isn't. I like drawing skulls. I like drawing pretty women. Why not put them together?
That's like 2 of my favorite things, so that's perfect. Where can people find your work?
Chainassembly.com is the online store. Got a lot of the products there I have are both, my original things, as well as drop shipping print-on-demand things. So I have a lot of stuff can be instantly made into prints or instantly made into shirts or jackets, whatever you need.
Nice.
So it all gets manufactured right when you order it and shipped to you directly. So that's how I can have a store full of thousands of items.
Awesome.
But then also nickribera.com is where I have my my more personal portfolio, my photography portfolio, my graphic design portfolio. And they both link to each other if you ever need to find anything. But chainassembly.com is really what I'd rather get more eyes on.
Awesome. That's all we have for today. Thank you, Nick, for coming in to Local Tampa Artists. We loved having you. It really means a lot to us that you came in here.
Thanks, Brett. I appreciate you inviting me to be part of this. First time I've ever been interviewed about my art, and it's very exciting to feel like I'm worth interviewing. So thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the beer.
Yeah.